Hey guys, this is Project Starcraft coming at you with another self-commentary. This is a PvP on Daybreak LE against Rain, who's a high-level Protoss Diamond player. And this is a self-commentary from my point of view. My plan or my strategy was to open early with chrono boosting out 3 units, getting a Zealot and 2 Stalkers in order to get map control, transitioning into Dark Templar to do a Dark Templar opening, and then transitioning to Charge Lot Archon and striking when the Colossus count is low. This is kind of, I just played Rain in the previous game, so we're kind of having a little bit of friendly banter here. But last game I wasn't able to do this strategy, and I've been playing a lot of Heart of the Swarm lately, and it's been really difficult to get. It's been really difficult to do the strategy because you can get on the spot detection. So with MLG coming up, I wanted to make sure that I was really on the spot with this particular plan so I can get some map control. I also need to work on my cheese too. I've been working on my 4-gate, which is kind of lame. It's kind of hard to say that, but you know, sometimes you just have to be ready to 4-gate or know how to deal with it. So kind of the build order for this is a 9 pylon. We have a 13-gate. Chrono boosting after the pylon is down, chrono boosting twice, getting the gate down. 15 gas and 17 or 18 core after a pylon. Pylon at like 16 or 17. I'm checking the somewhat common spots for a proxy or cannons. The bottom left and the far right side of the base are common places. Looks like he's laser beaming my pylon again, so you know, I can think that something else might be happening. I'm actually, if you see on the minimap, I actually see my probe scouting for the 3rd base, or scouting towards my 3rd, and don't see any gateways there. That's another common spot for any kind of proxies or anything else like that. So we're getting this game set up. I'm still chrono boosting out, need a lot of probes. I've been kind of toying with saving an extra chrono boost, but the timing just seems weird. So the way that I have the chrono boost set up right now is decent. This time around, I didn't allow him to get too many whacks on the pylon. And checking that, I see that things are standard. I'm actually a little, well, maybe slightly ahead of him. I actually see he saved a lot of chrono boost, but he's taken both gases, so he could be chrono boosting out of units out of a gateway in order to tech a little bit harder, which is something you can do. Or he's just going for a tech targeted opening. Normally, if I see 2 gas, I'm either going to see a robo or a Stargate opening. I actually don't see too much council tech anymore. So what I'm trying to do is I'm putting in a pylon like close to, like somewhere in between the pathing between the 3rd base. I'm going to hide my pylon just a little bit back as my cats are duking it out back behind me. So I don't get blocked too bad. I think that 2nd Stalker gets blocked just a little bit, but for about 5 seconds, which isn't terrible. I mean, there's going to be kind of a hiccups here and there, but at about 4.5 minutes, you can get your Twilight Council down with your 2nd Stalker on the way. And I've also been kind of toying with getting 3 gates instead of 4, or 2 gates instead of 3, excuse me. So that way you have a little bit better economy. So at about 5 minutes, I'm checking the watchtower to see what kind of map presence he has. I want to be able to hold the towers just to know when he's kind of moving out or what his thought process is. Holding a tower is super important. You know, I'm pretty comfortable knowing that he doesn't have any kind of information or any kind of setup towards my 3rd or anything else like that. The Dark Shrine went down in about 5.5 minutes, which is really well timed. Normally I've been microing and just kind of trying to get some map awareness, but he's not even holding the tower, so he's getting a robo pretty quickly. He's on 1 gate. And from what I can tell, I was just doing a very safe standard opening, no kind of shenanigans right there. So I'm fairly certain that my DTs aren't going to have a lot of success, but I still want to make sure that he has to build plenty of observers, because the more I tie up his robo, the more success I'm going to have with with having a timing open for DTs or charge slot. So I have enough stalkers just to kind of hold off any kind of, you know, two-shot any probes, but for the most part I'm just making zealots. I'm very confident that he's not going to be moving out anytime soon, especially with that safe opening. Now the Dark Shrine's about done. I think my Warp Gates are going to come online in just a moment, so it's pretty well timed with a Chrono Boost when the Dark Shrine comes online. And my money's pretty well spent. Normally I send one to the expansion just to kind of see what's going on, and one beelines into the main base. Sure enough, he knows it's coming, but he doesn't know exactly. There's an observer flying around. I try to poke stuff at least and try to start mining. So get 3 kills. I think I get a 4th, and this one kind of has an understanding when the timing's going down. So immediately after that, I throw down charge, and I should be adding more gates here. I should be adding 2 more gates about right now. And it looks like I am. Maybe I did add one. I should have added another one instead of probed a little bit more. But so ideally, what I want to do is get a little bit of. I should have poked that probe too, but I was trying to see if he'd. I was trying to see if I can maybe sneak in a little bit later. But he's starting to saturate it, and actually my probe's a little bit better saturated than his. He's got 2 there, and I've got actually about 7 or 8 probes at my natural. So mistake, I forgot the Dark Templar can do Archons. So I threw down a Templar Archives, realized it after it was about halfway done, so I didn't actually like build it all the way. So it's a less economic way of doing it, but it doesn't, I don't have to throw down any kind of additional tech. I can literally just go, okay, I'm doing charge shot Archon after this, and I can do the Archons with a dark shrine. So I actually lose quite a bit of money right there. I mean, that's a pretty hefty tech investment to cancel. Right here, I want to, like, I didn't want to do that. I really didn't, but I wanted to make sure that I still had a reinforcement pylon, and I wanted to warp 1 more in. So charge is done. I don't think I killed it. I kind of laugh if I did, but I didn't kill it. So I get 2 Archons, a bunch of charge lots, and just enough stalkers just to kind of shoot at stuff from range. That way, you know, it's not just a charge shot Archon army. And I get the robot just to have an observer, just in case I have to do some desperation sniping for observers, so I can actually take out so I can take out observers that are with the army, so I can get some DTs in. I'm just scouting along, don't see too much, but I see 1 Colossus, and so right now I know my timing is in order to attack's actually starting to close. What I wanted to do was I wanted to engage him in the open, because if I engage him in the open, then I win. If I engage in a choke, or if I engage, see, he knew where the pylon was, but he didn't actually capture the army, as you can see in the ripple towards the middle of the screen. But if I engaged him in a bad position, I knew he was in a lot of trouble. So I wanted him to come out there and engage him, and I knew about right now is when I would get my ability to. So I'm able to charge in. I have a lot of zealots, and zealots do great against any kind of. Zealots do great against a lot of things if they can actually get there. I normally wouldn't go up this ramp, but I felt like I killed a lot of stuff, and I was able to get up the ramp without losing too much. So, and I did. So, I mean, pretty much he's got a Colossus, and he's trying to micro his ass off, and I got about 10 or 11 zealots following it. So, so he tries to do a little bit of cute stuff, and he gets caught out of position, and the Congo line of probes just get decimated by all of those by those Archons. So from there, even going double, like, see, my window was very, 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 very close, because if he was able to get 1 more wave of Colossus out, I think I would have lost the game. I mean, even if I was able to engage like that. So it's kind of a timing attack. Normally you can do some warp prism play, or just try to catch him out of position and just try to catch up. That's a cast for me, so if you guys like what you saw, please hit the subscribe button, or follow me at Twitter at Project21 or Twitch TV /Project21. Thanks, guys.